after, so I guess everybody who's jumping on is jumping on. And so, excuse me. Well, good morning, everybody. And I guess officially Happy New Year from FCBR. This will be our first general membership meeting of the year. And I kind of think it's cool that we're able to do it Zoom. I think moving forward, we'll look at it doing kind of a hybrid thing with Zoom as well as in person, kind of what MR did at the business conference last week. That seemed to be a pretty good blend of meeting in person as well as informing everybody on Zoom and good interactions. So I know Derek and Will were there, as well as Amanda and myself, but I don't think there was any complaints, and I think everybody was pretty happy with how that went overall. So, but again, thank you all for being here. Purpose of today's meeting is to present bylaws changes for FCBR, and then to present that for a vote. Amanda, would you like to let everybody know how voting will take place?
Absolutely. As soon as we are finished, I will send out a Google Doc that everyone can log into, and it's a one question Google Doc, and it should take about 3 seconds. Voting will be open until 4 o'clock today.
4 or 5. I mean, either one. I think between from 9:30 to 4 should be long enough, unless there's any objection to that. I think it gives plenty of time for people to make sure their voices are heard. Also, to try to expedite the meeting a bit, there's 35 participants currently attending. They're both realtors as well as affiliates. The bylaw votes, unless I am mistaken, the vote on the bylaw changes will be for our members only, not our affiliate members. So that would include basically all realtor members, both primary and secondary members. By a show of hands, and to do that, it's on here somewhere under reactions on your computer. If everybody is okay with me foregoing reading through all the changes because you've been emailed it multiple times, give me a thumbs up. If you are not, you can go ahead and hit no, or I'll just count who has thumbs up, who doesn't have thumbs up. And if the majority is in opposition, we'll post the side by side and read through them. But everybody should have received a copy of the proposed changes. And I see a majority of thumbs up for going the actual reading. Derek, would you like to give a highlight since you were chair of the task force, or you don't have to say anything? It's okay.
No, I'll speak to briefly, and then if people have questions, I of course have notes that I can jump back into to give some rhyme and reason. But what we basically did was we took our existing bylaws, compared them to NAR model bylaws, and kind of compared those out. And there were certain circumstances where we made some changes and chose different model language from NAR rather than what we had as model language from NAR. They give you options, and we chose option B instead of option A, which we had previously. And then the other examples were we really focused, this all came out of an organizational task force that sought to reorganize our committees and try to streamline them and make it a little more interactive and that sort of thing. So we had some goals within that organizational task force. And so some of the changes are strictly adapting that new model of committee structure that we wanted. And so those exist in the policies that were approved by the BOD previously. And now we need to have our bylaws match those before those policies go into effect. So the board of directors have approved the policies and bylaws as presented, but our current bylaws say that any bylaw change ought to go before the general membership, and this is that format. So any questions throughout the process, I'd be glad to answer.
Thank you, Derek. Excuse me. Thank you, Derek. I think that was pretty concise. The advantage there is some of the verbiage that's being changed is an either or sample verbiage as provided by NAR. So really, it's not as if we had to think too terribly hard on how to draft those particular changes. One of the big changes that we'll unveil, or not unveil, but roll out a little bit more efficiently is the committee changes. We're going from needing 130, I'm gonna mess this up, but going from, I think, needing almost 140 people to serve on all of our committees without recycling anybody, which is a third of our membership, to now needing about, I think it's about 70 people. It's gonna make it more manageable. Also, I wanna point out one key change with it is an advisory committee, which will require representation from all 3 counties. So there is a specific seat for a realtor from Gasconade County, and a specific seat for Crawford, and a specific seat for Franklin. This is something that the task force, as well as the bylaws committee, thought was important, and I personally think it's important that we have as much representation across our 3 counties as possible. So now this actually, in our bylaws, should it pass today, require us to meet that. Challenge to that, I will admit, is trying to get some of you to commit in serving on some of those open positions from the other counties. But the individuals I have spoken to from Gasconade and Crawford, they have very, very good reasons why they cannot so far, but I will not give up. I will still find somebody from Gasconade to serve on this, but excuse me. I think it's a benefit. These changes are benefit to move our association forward in the future and keep our longevity going. That being said, I will open the floor up for any questions that people may have. You feel free to raise your hand and unmute, or if you want to type it in the chat. Amanda is monitoring. She knows what she's doing. She's watching the chat. I haven't had enough coffee yet.
Monitoring, yes.
There you go. All right, hearing no one and seeing no activity. I guess procedurally, we need a motion to approve the bylaws and then a second, and then the voting will open on that once the meeting is concluded, and we'll continue on till 4 p.m.
I make a motion to approve the bylaws.
And I'll second it.
We have a motion by Sonia, a second by Mark. Any discussion? All right, seeing no discussion. Oh, Janie also seconds. Thank you very much, Janie. What we'll do is we will call for the vote. Please don't make a vote on now at this time. Once the link goes out, please vote there. We will post those results as soon as we close. So probably, what do you think? About 4:15, we should have all those, Amanda?
Oh, yeah. I'll post them before I leave the office today.
Okay. Unless, you get an extra inch of snow in Union and nobody else gets it.
I mean, my car is covered already. And
No.
like Will, I grew up in Michigan and drove my tiny Beetle to work today with no issues. So.
Okay, very good. All right, I'm going to move on. Let's see. Let me look at this. Bylaws, committees. Just a couple of brief words for me here is going to be, we're into a new year. We've received our RPAC goals for the year as the association. So the RPAC committee will be in full involvement here, going and working forward on those events and getting those contributions and pledges taken in. We did meet our goal. Actually, I think we surpassed our goal a little bit last year, nothing major. So thank you to everybody who participated in the RPAC. It really does go to a good cause and important stuff. I can tell you, I didn't always give to RPAC, and then I saw the light, and now I've even been roped into becoming a major investor, and I'm proud that's happened. But Leaker and I were talking about that, I think a week ago or something, where I was when we first met, I didn't know anything about it and opposed to it, and now here we are, rallying everybody else. So it is a good cause, and please let your agents know in your respective office and your peers the importance of our PAC to generate more support for Realtor Party and our initiatives we're pushing forward.
Can I do just a little review and congratulations for RPAC real quick since we're talking about it?
Absolutely, thank you.
So our goal last year was $26,830 and we made 105.86% of that goal. So amazing job. We did have 100, or our goal was to have 133 participants of our 360 member board, and we had 257. So another amazing job. And then this one is the big one. So our major investor goal is 6. And for the first time ever, we had 14 major investors come out of our board. So that is, yes, amazing. Big congratulations to Bob, John Abuside, Penny, Liz, Leaker, Janie, Derek, Matt, McClellan, Pat Holland, Alicia, Horsecamp, Stephen Flannery, Michelle Stone, Michelle Leisman, and our FCBR board office for all being major investors. It's a great job. And I do have the new goal. So like I said, our actual last year was $28,402 and 50 cents. So our goal for this year is $28,404. Okay, SF, you can have the floor back.
That's fine. I just had to click quicker. So thank you for that, and thank you everybody who's contributed. It's not just those 14 major investors; it's everybody, whether it's $15 or $1,000 or campaign contributions directly to candidates. It all goes a long way to move our Realty Party agenda forward. Also, dues. As you all know, we kind of tweaked little things on the dues this year. Mainly, they were due by the end of this month. Late fees will begin in February, and then beginning of March, we're turning people off. Just a matter of we dragged this out in the past. I think as a courtesy. In all reality, what we're doing is we had been giving people first quarter of the year for free, and then they go, well, I'm not gonna stick around, and they leave. So that's not fair to everybody else, nor is it a good way to run a business. So we've tweaked that, and again, mitigating circumstances do come into play. We will work with our members, but that's it moving forward. So I appreciate everybody that's worked on their, all you brokers that reminded your agents about dues, and because without your help, we can't get the word out. Amanda?
We're currently at 220 members paid out of our 360, so 61% of our members have paid. Just a reminder, either send a check to the office, call the office, we can take a card or a check over the phone, which is super easy, or log into nar.realtor and click pay dues.
Very good. And last but not least, again, I know a video was posted, but I want to take this opportunity to congratulate Derek on his election to treasurer-elect for Missouri Realtors. He ran a good campaign. He got out there and talked to people, and it's a great honor for our association to have his representation. And if you want to do the math, what is it, 5 years, Derek, and you will be president of the association?
4, correct. 5 years.
4 years. And that'll be cool. I don't know that we've had a president of the state association come out of FCBR. So that if we have, it's been a long time. So congratulations, Derek.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Is there anybody have any questions in general? Seeing none, I want everybody to be safe today. Looking out the windows here at Washington, apparently Washington has forgotten what salt is, or at least haven't made it to the east side of town. And then that being said, is there a motion to adjourn?
Not yet.
Not yet, no.
When are we going to the Capitol?
Email was sent out this morning. We are going to the Capitol February 17th for Realtor Days. So we're meeting in Jeff City at 10 a.m. Then we'll go to the Capitol with Pulaski County Board, have some lunch, and be done with Jeff City by about 2 o'clock. So anybody
Okay.
who wants to carpool, let me know. I'll probably take our SUV that holds 7 or 8 small people. So
Okay.
really.
Eric and or Amanda, correct me if I'm wrong, and Will may even know, I think there was scuttlebutt regarding not doing the COVID and everything, not doing the big bus down from Columbia to Jeff City.
Correct. It sounds-
Yeah, Capitol
Well,
Conference was canceled.
Yeah, and I think these smaller formats have been working much better. This will be I think the third year, second or third year. It just seems a lot more effective. It's more one-on-one time, personally speaking, but anyway. Yes, Will, go ahead, buddy.
Well, and what they said at state was that, these are even more important now with the absence of the Capitol Conference. And I was kind of stressing that same message last year because the way we flipped around our conferences, normally we would be talking to our political leaders in January. Now we're talking in April. And unfortunately, in April, a lot of things are kind of wrapped up by that point. So it's not as big of impact as we used to have in January. So the day visits are super important. And it's a great opportunity for us to actually get some one-on-one time with our leaders. So, and kind of send our issues forward.
Super valid point, Bill. Thank you, sir. One more thing that had popped in and then popped right back out. That's what email's for. All right. So I told somebody we'd only need maybe a half hour, and it's 9:23. Oh, yeah, before we leave, I do want to thank the affiliates that have joined us on this general membership meeting Zoom. Without your guys' support and involvement, we can't accomplish all of our mission and activities that we do throughout the year. And I do appreciate you guys taking the interest in how the board is being managed and participating in the meeting as well. So thank you. I'm not going to name names, but thank you all those that attended this morning. So, all right, that being said, anything else for the good of the order?
Please let me know what committee you'd like to sign up for.
We'll post the new structure, and we've got a lot of that filled with folks, but we still have some vacancies. So thanks for the reminder. That being said, I will look for entertain a motion to adjourn if somebody wants to. I see a motion by Steve.
Second.
I got a second by John. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Looks good. See you later. Have a great day. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. Have a good day.